Guten Tag, auf Wiedersehen, Wasser, ich will dich, ich liebe dich. Those are the only words I remember in German. I was in Germany during the 2006 World Cup. Yes, I was, and it was crazy. I was in South Korea during the 2010 World Cup, and now I'm back in the States for the 2014 World Cup. Good job to the U.S. men's team in Brazil. You guys did a great job. When you think of great literature, you think of well-developed characters, writing devices, the authors, the countries of origin, the historical context. We connect to those characters in those books. We connect to Derek Jeter, for example, because he represents class, character, humility, everything we expect from a good citizen of the world. Books can have socio-political effects. Just ask Salman Rushdie. Sports have all of those elements found in a book. A story with well-developed characters, with socio-political implications. Just ask South Africa's rugby team, or any other country for that matter, where sports have created peace or war. War is sport, sports is war. I mean, that's an age-old analogy, but hey, the truth is in the cleats. Oh, the ice cream truck. Where was I? Okay, any man-made institution that is competitive and political and has people within that competition that holds political power deserves attention, because their power, their influence goes beyond the sport itself. That makes sense. The World Cup and the Olympics are two major platforms that reminds everyone that we do not live in a bubble. That grown men shed tears and hold hands. And unity is fickle until you win. We can't solve every issue around the world, and major tournaments like the World Cup keep us semi-blind. So here are just 5 takeaways that I got from the tournament. Alright? 5 takeaways. Number 1, the social impact of the competition and how the poor is affected. With billion-dollar figures being thrown around everywhere, just on a human rights perspective, you just wonder how the money is being allocated to help the poor. Number 2, nationalistic arrogance and language. I love to hear different national anthems, the pride of the people, the celebration of their sovereignty. All that is challenged when the country is beat. Defeat reminds a country that the world is bigger than it. Number 3, the argument between the usage of soccer versus football. What? This is the most hilarious, because all it takes is simple research, and it's also a blatant disregard for customs. The United States of America is not the only country in the world that uses the word soccer. Americans, Canadians, Australians, New Zealand, Japan, Ireland, they all use soccer. It is what it is. Australia and South Africa's national soccer organizations use football as its official word, but for the populace, football and soccer is interchangeable in those countries. And to make things even more complicated and stupid about this annoyance of using soccer versus football, soccer was originated in England. It's in the Oxford Dictionary. It originated in the 1800s. English people, stop. Bashing anything American is somewhat fashionable everywhere I've traveled. Mainly because of the imperialistic tinge to American influence. I don't know, I'm really quite fascinated by the love-hate with America, the United States of America. Number 4, human respect and blatant deception. I love it when players and their fans show respect to each other, instead of the stereotypical hooliganism and racism that's associated with soccer. When you see love in the world stage, it's really a beautiful sight to see. And on the other hand, I hate when players try to sell the foul, the horrible acting. Of course, I see this in basketball as well, so it's not just exclusive to soccer, but I hate it. And I also hate the disregard for human life. When players just do stupid things to each other. So yeah. And number 5, human emotions displayed on the world stage. Love, hate, loyalty, confusion, suspense, surprise. All of these emotional responses are displayed on a world stage, and it's like a book. It really is. Shakespeare said the world is a stage. I thought the Argentina and German game was fascinating because the Germans were expressing their tears of joy and excitement, whereas the Argentinians were tears of pain and sorrow. So those were the things I took away from the World Cup. What was yours? What was your top 5 things that you took away from the World Cup? In the meantime, I'm gonna wait for that ice cream truck to drive by again. I don't know if I'm gonna get some ice cream. I might get some ice cream. One love, peace, and be free.